Greetings and welcome to the energy of Leo. The fifth house is open. Welcome to the channel. This is Tarot of the Twin Sun. My name is Ron. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. I do welcome you. If you are new, please subscribe and toss a like if you so deem it. Otherwise, welcome back, and we'll go ahead and get started with a three portals reading. Three portals are iterations of potential modes of karma that may be sort of occurring for the energy of Leo for the month of March 2020, mid-March. We'll go ahead and get started. Thanks for tuning in. If you need a private reading, I am available. The fifth house is open, and the first portal is now open. Okay, joy is on the way. There is a past connection here that was meaningful. Some form of regret has been transcended for the time being. You've gotten over something. Perhaps there was some sort of a way out. There was a way out, and there was at one point during the exit of this, your orchestration, your dance out of it. Now there is a process of going into joy. You've been waiting for some time for this. At the same time, there is someone um, who is in the dust, and there's an element of work to be done. Something is being suppressed, and overhead, what is going on in terms of this reading in particular, the first iteration, the first portal. There's something where you need to partition yourself. You need to hold your energy and also distance yourself from the past. This is requiring a lot of time in order to find rest and relaxation in balancing out certain things of the mind. The mind is very much active for the time being, and it's actually your exit, your way out, okay? At the same time, there's someone that does mind this sort of this exit that you're taking, okay? It's going to take some time. The threes are very important here. Three of rods, three of cups as well. The six of pentacles, 3 and 3. Okay, there is a grand orchestration here, and what I'm seeing in the future is a great potential for feeling balanced, feeling at ease in the near future. The past has been very much filled with nostalgia, and there is a type of manipulation, trickster energy here with the Page of Swords and the Magician in the reverse, underscoring this situation from the past. Underneath it all, there's something that is growing in terms of your power source. It is a subtle fire, and it's within, deep within, that is compounding itself. It's growing. It's growing, and the strength is here in reverse. That's your card, strength. There is a type of growing pain, or perhaps a need to find a way to justify things from the past, trying to also it mirroring a type of subtle energy, a subtle fire that is helping you to digest modes of knowledge. Okay, digesting knowledge is really important for the time being. Virgo is going to help you in terms of this, as well as Jupiter. So Mercury and Jupiter will help to alleviate some things that need to be let go of, and left in the dust, at least in past situations. Look to your friends as well. They look to you, as someone who is a provider. Your time will be well spent, I think, and given to the right places. That is the first portal. We're going to switch decks. This was the 1983 deck, from Royal Fez Morocco. It's a Moroccan deck. We'll go ahead and get started with the second portal. Give me some time to shuffle, and I'll be working with 2 decks for this portal. Okay. Once again, thanks for tuning in. The portals don't have to relate, but they could, and they can cross over. Not everything has to resonate, okay? Not intended to, at least. So, we'll go ahead and shuffle up. 3, 4, 5. Okay. A way of distancing is here, surrounded by major arcana, as well as the Ace of Pentacle. Okay, a hidden beginning. Actually, no, that's not the Ace of Pentacle. That's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. There's something here about the chaos of transformation and emerging out of it, seeing potentialities, delving into the energy of Pisces as well as the energy of Neptune to find dream sequences that are that were once shifting, that were once chaotic, but now becoming clear. Okay, these dream sequences are leading to the element of joy that I mentioned before. Three of Cups, strong here. Mm. Once again, this is a Mercury-centered reading. What I'm seeing here is an emergence of the student evolving into a type of well-developed mercurial placement here. Mutability, trying to understand the flexibility of the mind, using the springboard of the 4 of Rods to move towards connections. Okay, connections that don't have to sort of be too intense. Okay, there's a possibility of the 3 of Cups emerging out of this, because what I saw earlier, the 9 of Cups, the 3 emerging out of this. What I'm seeing essentially is a way for you to find joy within communication in the near future. Perhaps you're getting incentive in terms of your higher mind to use gateways, to use choices that you've chosen in the past, and make these the sort of foundation and the shield for you to find sort of ways of creation in terms of the mind. Okay, this doesn't have to be heavy. It can be very light in terms of what is created, which can be very dreamlike. It can be very much based on lightness. Okay, lightness and seeing certain things within the light. Okay, now we should try to ground this energy a bit. There's something here from the past that requires your attention, but I don't think you want to give it. There's something also about you elevating to such an extent to find modes of creation with others. Okay, the 3 and the 1 very strong here, tied to the energy of Mercury. Okay, so within Aries season, there is a possibility of you finding ways to essentially bring about this dream, and the dream, within the dream there is a possibility of clearness as opposed to abstraction, and that's the beauty of Neptune. There's always abstraction there, but there's also some form of of value that comes from this, okay? There's something about the past that needs tending to. And with the strength card in reverse here, it's come up for you twice in reverse. First portal, now this portal. There's something about essentially you trying to find a way to revalue certain things, and in abstraction there is a way for you to realize certain things, be invested into certain things that have to do with the elevation of the mind of the student and the disciple. Okay, this talks about initiation, rites of passage, also bringing in past baggage into the current state, and yet still not really sort of being clear with what you have, what you can value in terms of looking to the past. Okay, there is some form of reality that needs to be addressed when it comes to your ability to stand firm and deal with what you have. Okay, also a promise made to embrace a darker aspect about this past situation. Okay, there is a possibility for you to be loyal to it and to find strength in it if you embrace the darker aspects of what has been a shortcoming. Okay, there also is a possibility of reaching the end of a cycle when it comes to you springboarding from these two energies and using the Page of Swords energy essentially to sharpen the mind and to think about the proper things. Even though it might feel like a burden, there is a way to purify or sanctify those harsh realities, okay? To beautify or sanctify those harsh realities from the past of expectation not really coming to full fruition, to absolute, sort of reward. And it's not that you're seeking a reward. I think there's something about the way you are associating your actions and how these are being refined in a way to purify um, the rite of passage that you are so seeking. Okay, and in all lightness, I think there's an ability here to bring forth, especially with the Hierophant and the energy of Gemini in the Magician, El Bagato and Il Papa, there is a possibility of truly coming into a mode of the second and the third house, being within a path that that helps you to realize certain things that are tied to your commitments of realities of what you're investing your time, your energy, or your money into. There's a possibility to find a proper gateway into more spiritual aspects that have to do with initiation, okay? Initiation and walking the path of that initiation through experience, okay? If you do feel like there's a burnout in the future or there's a burden within this passage, if you play well with the energy of the student and there's an element of humbleness within it, there is a way to embrace the darkness of past baggage that has not reached its fruition, and that will be the key to your elevation. Okay, that is what I'm seeing. We shall move over to the bicycle deck, one of my favorite decks, and we'll look into modes of karma within the third portal. Second portal is closed. Six of Cups has been coming up frequently. So, this has to do with a past connection, a very strong one tied to the energy of the child and the other child, and the bouquet transferred through childlike energy. There's innocence in this, purity. You're dealing here with your own empowerment as it shifts from the pentacles to the rods, okay? Pentacles to rods. So it moves from the elements of earth to fire. There's a glass-like appearance to, and it's, and to the Six of Cups, and it's very fragile, okay? It's very soft, it's very innocent, okay? Something you are learning about the past has to do with a choice that you've made that was able to release pain or release tension in terms of your connection with another. When it comes to this other, it's a very profound connection tied to detachment, but also release, or at least trying to understand the motivations of a connection that is very much laced with the energy of water. Okay, very much. There's a lot of water in this Seven of Cups, Four of Cups, Ten of Cups around the Page of Cups. Okay, this has to do with the revisitation of a connection that is very strong indeed, that is affecting the energy of Leo. Okay, it's a water-like energy. It's also a bit more based on cardinal water, I would say. Um, so that would be Cancer. With that energy, there is a stratification of the outer body, emotional body rather, the emotional body and the subtle body, that being able to sort of repair itself in a way. It moves from the energy of earth to fire, as I mentioned, glass-like. There's something about this that has to do with the revisitation of the past, a choice that was made to alleviate some sort of connection, the pain or the heartbreak within it, okay? If you do this, and if you play the sort of the curious one and move back into this, you may find that they have also processed the same thing, the same thoughts, and have gotten over that mental sort of dysfunction. Okay, there's a possibility also to find stability if you walk the path of nostalgia. But as you move forward into the future, there's something about you that has learned enough from the situation to be able to act in a Taurian way, in a Venusian way, to bring forth structures that are both rigid, but also well-tempered and can withstand the test of time, and they are well fortified, okay, in terms of future realities. Because with this, and you might be building essentially glass structures or quartz structures that contain memory and the memory of this connection, okay, and it's beautiful. I think it's very beautiful, but at the same time, you must look to the wisdom of your elders as well as your own wisdom that has been developing over time. This will help you to realize something about the structures that you've been building in terms of realities and of the mind. Both are tied together. One is the Four of Pentacles. The other is the Ace of, sorry, not the Ace, the Eight. The Eight of Swords plus the Eight. Yeah, so working hard towards these structures of the mind and of your realities. There's a metaphor here that is tied directly to what you've been bringing in: clearness, transparency within the very structures that define who you are when it pertains to this connection. That's all I'm seeing. Yeah, so I do thank you for tuning in. That is the mid-March reading for the energy of Leo. Thank you. Bye-bye.